Located on the far left side of Kennywood lies Exterminator, one of the most unique coasters the park has to offer, although a quick look at the coaster model will tell you otherwise. It's a Reverchon spinning Wild Mouse coaster, which is one of the more common coaster models found at most parks. But what makes Exterminator so unique is its theming. For this coaster discussion, I'm talking about Exterminator's 20th anniversary and how the coaster has held up over the years. Exterminator opened in 1999 as the first attraction outside the park's original boundary. Acting as a sort of back wall for the park's lost Kennywood area, a large building encloses the coaster, which houses all the immersive theming. The attraction's story is that riders are taken down into the sewers beneath Kennywood, where a team of exterminators is taking down an infestation of giant mutant rats. The rats are the ride vehicles, and their path takes them on a twisting journey through the sewers as the exterminators seem to be around every corner. When Exterminator first opened, the park received a large amount of praise for taking what would otherwise be considered a standard coaster model and creating something truly unique. Initially, the attraction's building had a concrete exterior and a flat-looking sign, but a new exterior and sign were soon added afterward. So after 20 years of operating, what has changed? Honestly, not a whole lot. As far as operations go, the coaster is running rather well. After taking a ride in June of 2019, it has some rough spots, but it is actually much smoother than other Reverchon Wild Mice I've ridden, such as Primeval Whirl at Disney's Animal Kingdom, which turned my brain into oatmeal and my thighs into jelly. However, capacity always seems to be an issue. This isn't really the park's fault, but just an inherent problem of Wild Mouse coasters, but that queue fills up at an alarming rate, and in the peak summer months, it can get ridiculously humid in there. The queue even extends outside, and yes, I have seen the line extend out here as well, although it doesn't happen that often, usually only during Phantom Fright nights. Although I just mentioned that the coaster's theming was praised, said theming has taken a bit of a noticeable hit over the years. At the coaster's entrance there used to be a truck for the fictitious extermination company Vermin Inc., but this was removed in the late 2000s for unknown reasons. The truck could be seen back in the maintenance area for several years, but it finally disappeared in 2017. In the queue, there are two CRT televisions where a pre-show used to play, where a news anchor would explain how the rat infestation was affecting the Kennywood power supply. This pre-show played until roughly 2011, and the TVs were turned off. They're still there to this day, but I don't think they've been turned on since 2011. In the station right before you dispatch, there's a ventilation shaft that rotates along with a projection of rippling water over the top of it. For a while it seemed as though these were turned off, but as of 2019 I'm happy to report that they've been brought back. The exterminators themselves are actually animatronics which used to shoot fog at the trains. This fog was illuminated with green lights to give it the appearance of poison. The exterminators sadly no longer move, remaining in static positions, and the effect of shooting fog has been removed. All of the exterminator's dialogue is still there, however, save for one line where he shouted for the riders to eat poison. Lastly, at the coaster's second drop, a giant rat's hand used to be seen reaching from above so as to grab riders, but this was removed. It's my belief that people were reaching out to try to touch the hand, and that posed a safety risk. However, this hasn't been confirmed. Despite the removal of some theming and effects, Exterminator remains one of the most popular rides at Kennywood. It's a good ride to do earlier in the day, as that queue does fill up quickly. I do think it deserves some updates as it's becoming a bit dated, but the amount of theming on the building's interior is impressive to this day. The Exterminators have been battling the giant rats under the park for 20 years, and based on its popularity, I don't see Exterminator being removed anytime soon. However, everyone's opinions are different, so feel free to post in the comments what you think of Exterminator and what, if anything, needs done with the coaster. Thank you all for watching, and a happy 20 years to Exterminator.